What does grief feel like? See, a lot of us suppress our feelings so much that we don't know how to feel or what to feel. For guys, a lot of us are told not to feel, that that's not manly. So we suppress our feelings even more. So when grief comes, and these feelings start to happen to us, we typically dive deep into something that will suppress those feelings. Could be alcohol, could be drugs, could be some other like relationship. It could be a whole host of things that we will dive into so that we don't have to think or feel the emotions that are attached to this loss. So part of knowing what it feels like is getting rid of the noise, the things in our life that are distracting us from feeling. If, for instance, it's food, because this is something that I would suppress my feelings with, you can tell that you're suppressing your feelings with it as your weight gains. And so the way to know that is to start to watch your life. So practically speaking, one of the things you want to do is you want to sit down and just journal out what your day looks like. What did I eat? What did I do? Just time blocks. At the end of the night or during the day, 8 to 10 I did X, all the way through your day, and do that for a week. And what you'll find is the thing that you are suppressing time with. If it's alcohol, you're going to be drinking every day. If it's Netflix and you're watching just tons of shows after you come home from work, or TikTok, or whatever the case may be, it may be a social media platform, you're going to see it very clearly what that is. And the challenge will be to not do that thing, right? To replace it with feeling the feelings, with working through the feelings. So that is a precursor to understanding what grief is. We have to stop distracting ourselves from the pain of the loss long enough to actually know how it feels. How it feels, though, the best illustration that I can come up with is like someone takes you out in the ocean and drops you in the ocean, and you become a buoy in the ocean. And you but you have arms and legs, you're still a human, so you begin to kind of swim, and over time your muscles start to tire and you can't swim anymore, so you start to float. And all this is good and well unless the waves are crashing down on you like a tsunami. That's what it's like. When you take away the distractions and you start to feel these emotions, what you're going to find is that they're going to crash in on you at the most inopportune times. And you have two choices. You can run from them and suppress, which is all of our habit, by the way. That's just human nature. We don't want to face things that are difficult. The second option is to engage them. So it's really wise to be open to that. If it's in the middle of the workday, go to the restroom or go outside or do something to kind of allow yourself to have these feelings. One of the things I did was limit the amount of people that had access to me. And the reason I did that is because as I started to experience these emotions, I wanted to know what they were. I didn't want all these other influences of people telling me what to think or how to feel or whatever the case may be. I wanted to know, is this this is me feeling this, and what do I want to do about it? So, what does grief feel like? It's like being dropped in the ocean, and these waves are coming and storms are coming, and you're getting exhausted from swimming. And then there are moments where you regain your energy and you can swim well, and you start to practice your swim strokes, or you relax and you lay backwards. And so grief is not all bad, but it seems to come in unexpected times. There's no way of gauging. You don't have like a technological device that's going to tell you the next wave is about to hit. And that's what makes grief so difficult. The reality is that if we do not tackle understanding these feelings and allowing these waves to hit and doing something with them, it will actually elongate the time frame in which it ruins our life. Let's say you're addicted to alcohol or drugs or whatever, and you're continually suppressing your emotions and feelings and the pain that you have in your life. Well, that's going to ruin your health, and all these other consequences are going to come because you are unwilling to slow down long enough to see where you are and to see what is actually distracting you from learning how to be a buoy in this ocean of emotion. And that is super important. What if instead of suppressing and elongating that time frame, you took a season where you didn't binge watch all night long? You looked at your emotions, and then you spent 15 minutes, 30 minutes just sitting with yourself and allowing your mind to kind of tell you where you are. What if that was something you regularly did, and it became a habit? Well, I'll tell you what will happen. You'll start to get resolution in a lot of those places that you otherwise wouldn't. And the things that you're using to suppress will become less powerful in your life. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Nothing is. But it's important. Your healing and your life going forward, you being able to stand tall after divorce, is all predicated on your willingness to step into the pain and do something with it. So today, I want you to take out a piece of paper, and I want you to commit to at least 3 days of writing down what it is you're doing to suppress those emotions in your life. And there are all a host of other things, and try to do this without judgment. You have just gone through one of the most traumatic things you could ever go through, outside of probably a death. The way that I see divorce is that it's a death, but everyone's still alive. And so you've gone through this traumatic thing. Don't judge where you're at or how you're distracting yourself. That's actually just going to make you feel worse about an already terrible situation. So be kind to yourself while you're observing, and then make a conscious effort after that to just take it one little slice at a time. And the more you do that, it's going to build on itself, and you will want to suppress it less and less and less, and you will know what your feelings are, and that buoy will be able to be stable longer in this ocean called life. I'm Ryan, and this channel is dedicated to helping you stand taller after divorce. And if you're into that sort of thing, click the subscribe button. I'll be posting a lot. You can actually access this entire series through this playlist that's linked right above. It's called, we're looking at kind of unpacking this idea of grief and the stages of grief. And then, of course, we'll be moving forward from there. If you subscribe and hit that notification bell, you won't miss a video from me. Hope you have a great day today.